Okay, if you haven't seen part one, too bad, maybe watch that first. This is part two. Right, in part one I mentioned a dark line that travels through there. That's flat ground, and on the ground you cannot see any indication of that line. But I'll let you have a closer look. Okay, this is where I've been working here. There's gold, definitely gold there. And I knew there was gold down here. I also knew there was mine sites up this way. And then I just noticed that dark patch going through there. Like that. Very, very hard to see. But I know that nobody's found gold above that. And when you figure the mountains are here, the new river down here, so all your water is pushing this way downhill. So anywhere where this is still high, the gold seems to be closer to that line. Where it's a gully or a creek, the workings and the old diggings, the old timers found gold further down. So with that theory, and it's only a theory, with that theory in mind, I started to head this way and found, well, here I am. I'm on top of a small hill. There's no old-time diggings around, but there's highly mineralised quartz, and it's been rounded. So it may have been in a river at one point, and underneath me is all river sand. So everything makes you believe that the river was up here somewhere, and that's very, very study. I might pull the metal detector out and give it a run over here, because these are sort of places everyone else doesn't find, because there's no diggings around. There's no evidence that there was a river unless you really looked hard. We'll give it a try. Then I headed over this way here, and it was about there that I found the dinosaur footprints in the rock, which I'm not 100% certain of. Then I come to this area here, and I knew there was workings further this way, but this area there I'd never actually been to, and then I stumbled across a whole set of workings here. Well, I got to the end of the black line that I did see on the satellite maps, and just looking around now, we're in the middle of nowhere, but I didn't see some workings. There's a mound over there, and I can see a lot of workings off in the distance there. can see all these towing poles here. They just go on and on and on. And pretty well no one's touched this since the 1850s or 1880s, whenever they left here. It was a hard enough time just finding my way in here. There was no roads, no nothing. So, might take a few samples and wave the detector about and see what happens. I stumbled across this place here. You can see where they're dug down, putting the overburden to either side, and then they move their way up here. And that's as far as they went. I did pit up this here. Don't know how well you can see that. Maybe worth butts and open to see. Not much iron in it, but anyway. I dug down on the side here. That's pretty all clay. But then when you come over here, it's more like river sand. Even though we're on top of a hill. So all the good stuff they took down to the river. And then when you head down there, you can see rots piled up on top of each other on the side of all the fruits. Same as over the other spot I've been working. So they were taking the material down there and dumping it in the fruit, wait for the water to separate the clay and the dog, and then come back and clean it up. I ran over it with a dog monster, but tons of hot rots everywhere. Very mineralised, you'd have to run it very battered right off just to make it work. But no, I didn't find anything, no. I'll see if there's any small stuff in the samples I take.